Good afternoon and welcome to the University of Maryland, Baltimore Employee Service Recognition Ceremony. I'm Alex Lukowski, Executive Director of Media Relations. Today, we honor the service of employees who celebrated significant milestones in 2020. We'll also learn the recipients of the Employee of the Year and Community Service Honors, as well as the winner of the James T. Hill Scholarship. Oh, and along the way, we'll also take time for a little fun and friendly competition. Get ready for Kahoot, the interactive trivia game with questions from across the decades. We'll explain everything later, but if you're watching this program on a cell phone or an iPad, please take a moment now and download the Kahoot app. That's Kahoot, Kahoot. And please be aware of this. The program is being recorded and will be posted on the UMB homepage, umaryland.edu. You may activate captioning at any time. On the bottom of your screen, click the button marked Live Transcript, and then select Enable Audio Transcription. Now, please welcome Interim Vice President of Human Resources, Juliet Dickerson.
Welcome to the Employee Service Recognition event. Unfortunately, we cannot gather in person as a university community to celebrate and honor our colleagues for their years of service with UMB and our community, but we can gather virtually to celebrate. We are recognizing 121 special employees who have enjoyed long and successful careers at our university. We are honoring 121 people with between 20 and 50 years of service to UMB. And when you combine the years from all of these employees, you have over 3,115 years of service. Thank you for your commitment, your dedication, and your hard work. Congratulations on a job well done. Now, I would like to introduce our host for this afternoon, Mark Emel, Director of Organization and Employee Development.
Thank you so much, Juliet. It's great to be here, and it's my pleasure to be your host this afternoon. Welcome to all of our recipients, their supervisors, and guests. To get our program started, it is my pleasure to welcome our president, Dr. Bruce Jarrell.
Greetings to everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm certainly honored to be able to recognize our dedicated staff who have served UMB faithfully and for many years. Our university is really fortunate to have a staff with such dedication, energy, and drive. And by the way, it's really shown up how dedicated people are during this pandemic. This has been an exceptionally difficult year for everyone. And I know you've had a lot of creativity and resilience, and I'm very proud of that in our staff. I think, as Juliet said, I'm sorry we're not able to come together and sit down for lunch and celebrate in person, but that does not diminish in any way the contributions that each of you have made to UMB over the years. I know, and I think all of the senior leadership knows, that there's enormous value in the type of institutional knowledge and commitment that this group represents. You know better than I do our university's strengths, you know our challenges. You also know our history and tradition, our culture and climate. You're the ones that colleagues seek out when they need something done or they need a piece of information that nobody else knows. Thank you for being here for those things. And of course, during the past year, you've done the impossible. We're still working at home, and hopefully that will ramp up soon. One of the things I'm most grateful for is I want you to know how much your work matters. And I want you to know that people notice when you do your work like it matters. So thank you for that. Thank you for that dedication. Thank you for the dedication also to your fellow workers and colleagues, to those whose work you work on behalf of, and to the other vitally important work at UMB. I want to thank you for believing that all of us can make a difference. And as it turns out, we can make a difference in this city. We've made a big difference in this state. And I believe we're making a big difference in the world as well. So thank you for coming to work every day, whether you come on campus or off campus. This is the UMB family. I feel very fortunate to be a part of it, Congratulations to all of you for your success. Mark, back to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gerald. As Alex mentioned when we first started, we're going to start by playing a little trivia game called Through the Years that highlights the years and the decades that our award recipients were hired. We've also thrown in some UMB specific questions to test a little bit of your UMB history. We're using something called Kahoot to play the game. To play the Kahoot trivia game, open a new web browser on your phone, tablet, or computer and enter the URL kahoot.it. And I believe Jen is dropping that in the chat as well. So kahoot.it. Or if you have downloaded the app to your phone, you can use that as well. When we start the game, you will see that there is a PIN number at the top of the game, and we will give you that PIN number, and you're going to enter the PIN number, enter your name or a nickname, and the nickname will appear on the screen. So I'm going to give that to you one more time and give everybody a chance to do this. You can open another web browser and type in kahoot.it, or you can use your app on your phone if you have downloaded it. And I'm going to breathe and let everybody do that for just a second. And then Alex, if we could share the PIN, that would be great. There you go. So once you have gone to www.kahoot.it or downloaded the app, enter 80288 and drop in a nickname or your actual name that we will see on the screen. Excellent. I'm seeing a lot of names pop in. That's great. Oh, Dr. D, I love that. That's a great nickname. Going to give you all just a minute. The numbers are growing. While we're waiting for everybody to get signed in, I will tell you that the score is based not only on your correct answer, but how quickly you answer the question, okay? So it's accuracy and speed combined, and the score will be calculated automatically by the Kahoot program, okay? All right, looks like we have 68 people in, 69, we're still growing a few. So Alex, if maybe we could start the first practice question, I think that would be great. Now this is just a warm-up question. This is not going to be part of your score, just to make sure everybody knows how to do it, right? So our warm-up question, this should be a really easy one, folks. What year did you start your career at UMB? And type in your answer. And unfortunately, I'm not actually seeing the years. Okay, so why don't we move on to the next question since I'm not actually seeing. Oh, there we go. Now they're showing up. All right. Oh, wow, 2000. We have a lot of people on that kind of 20 year mark. Also, 1999 was a big one, 1990, 2009. Let's see, how far back do we go? 1984 is on there, 1986. Oh, 1976, I see a 1976. Excellent, that's great. Okay, Alex, if we could go to the next question. All right, our first question. This was the highest grossing film of the 1990s. The director, in case you need a hint, thinks he's the king of the world. You've got 20 seconds for each of these questions, but remember, it's speed and accuracy. So get your answer in there first. All right, excellent, good. So most of you know that the film was Titanic, the highest grossing film of the 1990s. And you know, you find out all sorts of interesting things when you're doing trivia questions. Do you know that Claire Danes was actually considered for the role and she didn't want it because she had just done Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio? Next question, please. Back to 1975. Which of these groups released the hit song, Love Will Keep Us Together? One of the musicians is very recognizable because of his hat. All right, sorry. So most of you got this one as well. It was the Captain and Tennille. By the way, if you happen to know the captain's real name, drop it in chat. It's Daryl Dragon. All right, Eva, look at that, 1,832 points. You are currently in the lead. Next question. Oh, here's one of our UMB trivia questions. What year, and I honestly did not know this one, I had to look it up. What year did the SMC Campus Center open? Again, 20 seconds. Ah, okay, yep, 26 of you got it right. It was actually 2009. And that bumps Irene up into the lead. Congratulations, Irene, but there's still plenty of time. We have a lot more questions. So let's take a look at the next one. Ah, all right, this is a poll question, meaning this is actually not going to be scored, but I love this question. So which artist or artists had 2 songs in Billboard's top 10 for the year 1995? Ah, okay. It was not Boyz II Men, it was TLC, Waterfalls and Creep. And if you're like me, now Waterfalls is in your head for the rest of the afternoon. So enjoy that soundtrack playing. This team won the gold medal in men's ice hockey at the 1980 Olympics. I think this is a pretty easy one. What do you think? Yes, absolutely. It's the United States. Who did they beat to win the gold? Drop it in chat for me. How can we forget the Miracle on Ice? Yes, Finland. Good job. You guys got it. Yep, I actually distinctly remember watching that game. It was quite amazing. Oh, and Irene is still in the lead. Good job. Good job. All right, let's see. Next question. Oh, this is a double point question. This is a bonus question. And if you're a gamer, you're going to get this. I had no idea. What game console was released in Japan on March the 4th, 2000? Oh, okay. You guys did really well. So Sony PlayStation is the correct answer. Let's see if that changed our, oh, Irene, come on, you are on a roll. That's awesome. You're still in the lead here. Fantastic. Our next question. This is one, I think, for all you disco mavens, all you folks out there who may have hit the club, been clubbing in the 70s. In what year did the famous disco nightclub Studio 54 open in New York City? Oh, Linda, I love your comment. Thank you. You're never too old. I get it. All right. So, and I have to ask, has anybody been to Studio 54 in the 70s? And Alice, you're right. Disco never died. It was actually 1977. I didn't get that one either. I thought it was actually a little bit earlier. And by the way, the first iteration of Studio 54 closed in 1980 with performances by both Diana Ross and Liza Minnelli. All right. Irene, you're rocking it here. Eva, you're still up there in the top 3 as well. Good job. All right. Next. The 2000 Summer Olympics were held in which city? Sydney, Australia. Okay. That was a tough one. Okay. Oh, all right. BPC has bumped into the lead just a little bit, but Irene, you're still in number 2 place. And Jill is the highest climber here, up 21 places. Excellent. So next question. I love this question. And I did not write it. I will not take credit for this. What was the most popular fashion in the 1980s? And I'm not sure really who determined the most popular fashion in the 1980s, to tell you the truth. But oh my gosh, you got it right. It was big hair. Wow. All right, I won't ask you to confess who had big hair. We won't talk about the bangs, right? I remember it well. All right. Oh, Eva, you have inched up to the lead. But Irene and BPC, and somebody outed you in the Bill in the chat. BPC, Bill Crockett, his top 3. So let's look at the next question. What team won the Super Bowl in January 1985? I think all I need to say is probably Joe Montana. What do you think? Yeah, Jenna, not the Ravens. Correct. Oh, yep, there you go. It was the 49ers. Absolutely. Oh, let's go back to 1970. So we do have someone on our virtual session today who started working for the university in 1970. So in 1970, which film won the Oscar for Best Picture? It starred Angelina Jolie's father. Midnight Cowboy. Yeah, I kind of had the same struggle when I looked at this. It's like, is it Butch Cassidy? Is it Midnight Cowboy? Not sure. Anybody remember Dustin Hoffman's character's nickname? I loved it. It was Ratso. All right, I think next up we've got another UMB history question. What year did UMB celebrate our bicentennial? This should be an easy one. Absolutely, 2007. 2007 was our bicentennial. All right. Oh, Irene, you're still rocking it there. 8,000 points. Okay. And BPC. All right. Next. This television show was the highest rated show of the 1990-1991 season. And it ran for 11 seasons. It was Cheers. Very good. Excellent. And then I think, let's see, what's our next question here? This is the one. The best-selling car in the United States of the 1990s. And I'm looking at this list and thinking, how many of us owned one or more of these during the 1990s? Amazing. I think I had a Honda Accord at some point, and then we had a Ford Taurus at some point. Not what you would think, perhaps. Yes, it was the Ford Taurus. About 350,000 were sold every year in this country in the 1990s. And Irene still on top. And then the final question, and this is also worth double points, and it's another UMB question. So what was the inaugural year of 1807, an art and literary journal at UMB? It was actually 2009. That is correct. Good job. So let's see who our winners are. In third place, 8,891, Eva H. Second place with 9,056 points, Dr. D. And then finally, our winner, our number one spot goes to Yes, Irene. Congratulations to all, and thank you all for playing. Each of our winners will receive some highly coveted UMB swag, and we would ask our three winners to email events@umaryland.edu, again, events@umaryland.edu to claim your prizes. Thank you so much. Now, we are ready to honor the 121 UMB staff who are being recognized for their many years of service. The awards presentation includes the names of the recipients, as well as reflections by the senior leadership of the schools and departments in which they work.
Greetings. I'm Roger Ward, Interim Provost and Executive Vice President and Dean of the Graduate School. It is my privilege and honor to recognize, on behalf of the Office of the Provost and the Division of Academic Affairs, these extraordinary individuals, and to celebrate their remarkable and impactful service to our university. Each of you represents the absolute best of UMB. Speaking of best, UMB was recently recognized by Forbes as the 13th best large employer in the United States, one of only 3 universities to be so recognized. In my opinion, that recognition is less about the institution and more about the people like each of you who work here. Whether it's in our campus center, our library, our financial aid office, or one-card office, all across the Division of Academic Affairs, all of you have dedicated yourself to our core value of excellence. For that, we are grateful and we celebrate you. I appreciate each of you. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. I'm Dawn Rhodes, Chief Business and Finance Officer and Vice President. Congratulations. I'm overjoyed to be a small part of celebrating the recognized administration and finance employees. This message is for you. I offer my deep appreciation to you, my administration and finance colleagues, for your dedication to the university and for representing us so well in A&F. You collectively represent 660 years of service to the University of Maryland, Baltimore, ranging from 20 to 35 years. And though I've only been here for the most recent 5 years, I am so thankful for the many hours of professionalism demonstrated by you. Whether you are on the front lines making sure our facilities are clean and inviting, ensuring that we all get paid, guaranteeing that our financial transactions are properly recorded and reported, making sure that we procure goods and services in a manner that keeps us on the right side of the law, seeing to our physical safety or overseeing construction projects across campus or through the service center. Every last one of your jobs is critical to the sustainability of our university community, to the vibrancy of UMB. You matter. You make a difference day in and day out. I feel like a proud choir director. Thank you for that gift. Thank you for being the professionals that you are in your respective roles. In closing, I want to give a special shout out to our retirees among you. There are 4. Carolyn Craighead with 20 years, Joe Evans with 30, Ted Warner and Brenda Foster both with 35 years. I hope you are enjoying your post-UMB life. I'm sure you can't wait to make memories when you can safely gather with your family and friends again. To all of the honorees, please be well and stay safe. Congratulations again.
Hello, my name is Peter Murray, and I am the Chief Information Officer and Vice President for Information Technology. And it is my distinct pleasure to represent the Center for Information Technology Services and to express my sincere appreciation to our organization honorees and for the service that they have provided to UMB over 20, 25, 35, and 45 years. When I look back over their careers, and I can look back almost 20 years with them, it gives me pause. I pause because it is amazing when I think of all the things that each of them has accomplished. Each one of them is an amazing success story. Each one has been a key contributor to our organizations and institutions' successes. When students, faculty, staff, and administrators needed them and looked to them for assistance, they didn't disappoint. In fact, they have consistently performed beyond expectations by making their customers their first priority at all times. The dedication and extraordinary efforts exhibited by these honorees put the university in a great position to effectively deal with any situation, including one as unprecedented as the COVID-19 pandemic. It is important to mention that these honorees have embraced and lived the UMB core values fully. These honorees embody what makes UMB so special. On a personal note, I'm very thankful and fortunate for having had the opportunity to work with each of them for almost 20 years. I'm proud to be associated with them as colleagues, and I'm looking forward to seeing them in person very soon. On behalf of your IT colleagues, congratulations to each of you for having a wonderful and successful career here at UMB. Cheers.
Good afternoon. I am Mark Reynolds, Dean of the School of Dentistry, and I am honored to participate in this ceremony. This year, I am pleased that the School of Dentistry has the privilege of acknowledging 7 employees who are greatly deserving of our thanks and congratulations for their dedicated service. Their terms of service range from 20 years to over 50 years. My congratulations to each of you. Your commitment and efforts have made significant and lasting contributions to the success of the School of Dentistry. Your dedication and contributions have been invaluable in supporting our programs and services in general dentistry, neural and pain sciences, orthodontics and pediatric dentistry, dental public health, information services, research administration, and continuing education. You help empower the school in fulfilling its mission of advancing oral health and improving lives by bolstering the vibrancy and innovation of our programs. Your time and energy also make possible the excellent academic training and patient care that forms the cornerstone of our students' clinical education, and the continuing education programs that engage, support, and inform our alumni and professional colleagues. In short, at the School of Dentistry, we couldn't do it without you. Thank you for all that you do. Congratulations to everyone being celebrated for their contributions and service today.
Hi, I'm Donald Tobin, Dean of the University of Maryland Francis King Carey School of Law. I'm so honored to be here today to recognize our fantastic group of staff who so support the School of Law and all of its operations. One of the things that I talk about time and again is the importance of having great people to make a great law school. And we're so fortunate at Maryland Carey Law to have a dedicated group of staff who help support our operations. One of the things that makes us successful at Maryland Carey Law is our great people. And as we saw with COVID this year, we've needed people to step up in different ways to accomplish important tasks to continue our mission. I am incredibly grateful to all of you who came together and supported our important mission, from our IT staff who moved people online in a record amount of time to our and continue to provide important services to our faculty and staff and students remotely, to our clinic staff who help support our clinic mission while we continue to be remote, to our admissions team who moved very quickly to be able to recruit a whole new class in a very different environment and different way, and to our other people who supported our offices, supported me, enabled us to continue our important mission. I'm truly, truly thankful. We are a great institution because of your great work. And one of the things that ties all of us together and it's particularly important in light of the people who are being recognized today, is that people really care. They care about our students. They care about our community. And you have worked, some of you for a tremendous amount of time, others of you who are newer to our operations, to make things better for people, to help educate a next generation of great lawyers and leaders, to help make sure that our talents are spread throughout the community, and to make sure our students thrive. And for that, I am truly thankful. Thank you again for all you do, and congratulations on this important recognition.
For a special thank you from the star of the show, Seamus.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Reese, the Executive Vice President for Medical Affairs at the University of Maryland, Baltimore, and Dean of the School of Medicine. I'm so proud to recognize employees from the School of Medicine who are being honored this afternoon for their long-term service to our institution. We have staff members from the School of Medicine who have achieved several important milestones, such as 20 years, 25, 30 years, 35, even 40 years, and better yet, 45 years and the highest ranking, 50 years of service. I want to commend you for your commitment, not only to your work, but to your colleagues. When you serve in a role or various roles, for as long as each of you have, you serve more than just the organization. You serve the people of the community and the state of Maryland. I'm sure you stay for a variety of reasons. Some maybe because of the people who have made your job that much more enjoyable and worthwhile. That is what makes a true difference in our mission. People serving people, or people working together to achieve a common goal and to improve the health and well-being of the citizens of Maryland and beyond. I'm tremendously grateful for the service of each of you and the dedication you have demonstrated over the years. The value of your long-term service includes so much. It includes consistency, institutional knowledge, ownership and personal passion for the state, and even countrywide objectives, and many more. The combined years of service of everyone we honor today have directly contributed to the achievements of the School of Medicine. Let me name just a few examples. The various major COVID-19 scientific advances for testing, treatment, and prevention, including the successful vaccines, are in large measure attributable to work directly or indirectly that many of you have done. Secondly, our medical education teams' implementation of a Renaissance curriculum that already is showing great initial success, another important milestone to which you have contributed. And third, the achievement of the School of Medicine in securing over $560 million in 2020 for research grants and contracts, which is a 4% increase over the previous year, is a remarkable achievement to which we owe you collectively a debt of gratitude. So each of these achievements and more are successes that each of you, whether in your role directly or indirectly, have actually made an important contribution toward. So congratulations on reaching these significant milestones in your career. Thank you again for helping to make the School of Medicine the great institution that it is today. As a result, the School of Medicine's ranking now has increased to the top 10 spot among over 90 public medical schools nationwide. Congratulations to you, and thank you for your contributions, and thank you for your commitment in staying within the School of Medicine workforce for these many years. Thank you.
I am Jane Kirschling, and I have the honor of serving as Dean of the University of Maryland School of Nursing. So to each of the employees who is being recognized today for their service, thank you. The university couldn't do what it does without each of you making a substantive contribution, and your work is greatly appreciated. I want to recognize the 4 individuals who have a combined length of service of 110 years who are being recognized from the School of Nursing. They have provided exquisite statistical support for our research mission. They have provided information technology support for our faculty, staff, and students, not only during the pandemic, but in the years preceding and in the months to come. And also they have provided support for purchasing and financial matters of the school. They keep us running and on target. And finally, for our individual who has served the longest, she has provided exquisite support to our Director of Legal Affairs and has worked with contracts. So to each of you, I am grateful for your service. It is an honor to work with you, and congratulations.
Hello everyone, I'm Natalie Eddington, Dean of the School of Pharmacy and home to more than 330 talented staff members. At the School of Pharmacy, our staff members are the backbone of all that we do, ensuring the smooth operation of our education, research, practice, pharmapreneurship, and community outreach missions. The employees being recognized this year for their length of service are vital members of our community. With a collective 95 years of service, these 3 are the embodiment of expertise, influence, and impact. They have excelled as leaders in our state's mental health program, our Maryland Poison Center, and the School of Pharmacy's Pharmaceutical Research Computing Center. Jay, Lynn, and Jim, thank you so much for your individual and your collective years of service. You are shining examples of truly dedicated and exceptional employees. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. My name is Jim Hughes, and I'm a Senior Vice President. I am honored to represent the hardworking, dedicated, and immensely talented staff of the Office of Research and Development and the Office of Philanthropy. Working closely with our colleagues throughout central administration and all of the schools, our staff are helping to bring hundreds of millions of dollars of grants, contracts, and donations to UMB. These funds improve the human condition by supporting cutting-edge medical research and compassionate service to the community surrounding UMB and the world. I'm grateful to Rosa and to Tawanda and to all of you who have dedicated most of your careers to UMB. Thank you for the decades you've spent advancing UMB, demonstrating our core values, and being excellent colleagues.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Lichman, Senior Vice President for External Relations and Special Assistant to the President, and I am thrilled that one of my team members is being honored today in the Employee Recognition Ceremony. Brian Sturdivant has 20 years of experience in community engagement here at UMB. Brian's been doing this far longer than we've even had a community engagement center, and before we had even a wide-ranging group of people whose jobs was to pay attention to community engagement. Brian's been doing this for a long, long time, and he's been doing such a wonderful job, and I'm so thrilled to be able to honor and recognize him today. Congratulations, Brian, and thanks for everything you've done for us here in the UMB community and the greater West Baltimore community. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Judy Postmas, and I'm the Dean at the School of Social Work here at the University of Maryland. I am honored to recognize 2 outstanding employees of our school. Janice Hicks has worked and supported faculty and academic affairs for 20 years. As a new dean, I have heard from so many faculty about her support of their work, including her support of our most recent faculty search. Teresa Washington has worked in student affairs for 35 years. She puts students first, addressing their concerns and challenges and uplifts them when they need their support. I am proud of both of these staff as they provide mission-critical services to our faculty and students.
What a wonderful video. Thank you so much for that. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. And thank you to all of the messages from our senior leadership. Dr. Gerald, would you like to introduce the next video?
Thanks. Finally got connected here. It was great seeing that long list of people, and I recognize many people on it. So congratulations to all of you, our service award recipients. Actually, there were many of you. We've also captured some of the memories and some career highlights as well for some of our long-term employees. Please enjoy the next video. Alex?
Been here since March the 3rd, 1980.
It doesn't seem like 30 years, but yes, I started in financial aid as a financial aid counselor in February of 1989.
30 plus years, yeah. It was 30 years in the end of November.
There's a lot of buildings that I've worked in that no longer exist.
For the last 30 some years, I've been very, very, very happy to work here. I've had the honor of working with some great people, many of whom have since retired, sadly some of whom have passed on. I am on a first name basis with the president of the university, with the chancellor of the university system. I've had the opportunity to work with them.
The other big good thing about working here is graduate students. And they come from all parts of the world. And you learn so much, about the different cultures. And you don't learn that when you're growing up.
UMB is a family place. You meet people who you connect with, people who you are able to collaborate with, people who you are able to share your knowledge with. And again, every day that makes it exciting for me to come to UMB.
You're part of something. You're not just there working your 8 hours and then you go home, and they do recognize what you're doing and value it.
People tend to stay here because they're happy here. And when you stay someplace for decades, you gather tremendous institutional knowledge. So for anybody who's starting out brand new, don't feel brand new. Introduce yourself to people and, go meet people, go talk to people, find out what their background is. A lot of folks here are like me in that, they transitioned over time. I can't think of anyone who came here and sat in the same place, for years and years and years and years and never moved. People just don't do that here.
The ability to reinvent yourself is something that UMB offers. Just because you start in one division doesn't mean that's where you're going to stay for 30 years.
Just a variety. I've worked on studies from infants to the elderly, from hip fractures to necrosis that infants were having with one of the professors in the School of Medicine. It's a whole variety of different interesting studies, being part of papers and getting published.
It's been wonderful. It's really, really been good. And, I'd like to think that by the time I leave, this pandemic is over and I can walk around and say goodbye to everybody that I want to say goodbye to.
Thank you for sharing those stories. I really just love hearing those. And I love hearing that really, I think what keeps people here is our community and that real sense of community and family. So thank you so much for those. I'm now pleased to recognize the University of Maryland, Baltimore's nominee for the 2021 University System of Maryland Board of Regents Staff Awards. The Staff Awards represent the highest honor bestowed by the Board of Regents for achievements of exempt and non-exempt staff employees from institutions within the University System of Maryland. The UMB Board of Regents Staff Awards Committee has nominated the following individual for the 2021 Board of Regents Staff Award based on her exceptional contribution to the institution and/or unit to which she belongs. The employee nominated by the Staff Senate and the President's Office is Lei Zhang from the School of Medicine. Nominations from all the USM campuses are currently being reviewed by the Council of University System Staff for recommendation to the Board of Regents. Winners will be announced later this spring. Lei is already a winner in our view. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Ms. Zhang. And next up, we have the Community Service Award The Community Service Award recognizes employees who are active in community service, their organizations, and particularly for employees who have a long history of service, whether it be locally, nationally, or even worldwide. And the winner of the Community Service Award is Joshua Hiscock.
Mr. Hiscock has been employed by the university since 2019. He is the Executive Director of Annual Giving and Alumni Relations in the School of Dentistry's Office of Development and Alumni Relations. Mr. Hiscock is a passionate servant leader. He joined Kiwanis, a global service organization focused on serving the children of the world, in 2010. He has served in multiple leadership roles within the club, holding the role of club president in 2017 and 2018. In the fall of 2019, he created a service initiative titled Backpacks for Breaks. This project addressed food insecurity in Howard County, specifically at 2 Title I schools in Columbia. In December 2019, he led his 30-member club in providing 48 backpacks filled with food for students to eat during winter break when free and reduced lunches were not being served. Each backpack was filled with 30 meals for the 10-day break, a total of 1,440 meals. The club planned to replicate the effort in April 2020, but plans changed due to the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. In July and August of 2020, club members rallied together to provide 560 total meals each week to 80 children from 20 underserved families in Columbia. In total, 2,800 meals were provided over the course of 5 weeks. And again in December 2020, the Kiwanis Club provided 150 local children with backpacks filled with 33 meals and snacks for the 11-day winter break, a total of 4,950 meals. Mr. Hiscock also volunteers on the regional and international levels. He is a longtime volunteer with the Key Club International, the world's largest student-led high school service organization, which is sponsored by Kiwanis. In these roles, he has mentored and advised hundreds of high school student leaders and provided leadership education. On the international level, he is the chairperson of the 7-member Visionary Leadership Team, which is creating a leadership development program for over 180,000 members of Kiwanis in 80 nations around the world. On average, Joshua Hiscock dedicates over 25 hours each month to his volunteer work with Kiwanis. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Mr. Hiscock. Wonderful achievements. The next award that we have for staff is the James T. Hill Scholarship Award. This is an educational scholarship named after longtime university vice president, Mr. James T. Hill, who retired in 2009. Mr. Hill was an avid supporter of employee development. The $2,000 scholarship is presented to a deserving employee to financially support the development expenses for attending vocational and trade schools, colleges and universities, and other specialty training offerings. And the winner of the James T. Hill Scholarship is Rachel Laufer.
Rachel Laufer is currently a lead research analyst at the Center for Vaccine Development and Global Health in the School of Medicine. She joined UMB in 2014. Since joining UMB, Ms. Laufer earned her Master of Public Health degree with a concentration in global health while working full-time. She traveled to the 2019 RSV conference in Accra, Ghana, to present her master's thesis, a cost-effective analysis of RSV preventive interventions in Mali, to global experts in public health. The presentation helped attract funding support from PATH and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to further pursue the work. In 2020, Ms. Laufer attended the Summer Institute in Statistics and Modeling in Infectious Diseases, SISMID, hosted by the University of Washington. She completed 3 courses, each focused on a different aspect of modeling disease dynamics. Her plan is to attend again this year to take the more advanced modules. Since attending SISMID, she has continued her training in modeling disease dynamics under the direction of her supervisor, Dr. Megan Fitzpatrick, and alongside a doctoral candidate from the Epidemiology and Public Health Department. According to her supervisor, Rachel Loffer has demonstrated an uncommon thirst for knowledge and unwavering drive. She has seized the unique opportunities for professional development that are offered by the university, successfully completing a degree program and continuing with her education, even after receiving that credential. Rachel would be an extremely deserving recipient of this award in recognition of her outstanding accomplishments thus far and its financial support for her future endeavors. Congratulations, Ms. Loffer. And our final presentation involves the 2020 Employees of the Month, who are all nominees for the 2020 Employee of the Year Award. We want to congratulate and recognize all recipients who received Employee of the Month awards during the year. The nominees are Irene Amoros, School of Medicine; Jamie Bolu, School of Medicine; Emily Blatter, Cure Scholars Program. Emily's currently at the School of Social Work; Jasnetta Pramala Booth, School of Medicine; Taylor DeBoer, Graduate School; Linnell Griffin, Administration and Finance; Angela Hall, Administration and Finance; Lori Harris, School of Nursing; Paulette Harris Gross, Office of the President; Allison Quan, School of Medicine; Terry Morse, Administration and Finance; and Cynthia Pumphrey, School of Nursing. And now for the final awards presentation, the Cecil S. Kelly Memorial Employee of the Year Award. The award is presented to an employee who exemplifies the qualities of service, humanity, and commitment that Cecil S. Kelly exhibited during his 23-year career with the University of Maryland, Baltimore. The individual who receives this award is a perpetual reminder to us of the qualities and dedication that he embodied. The recipient will receive an engraved award and $1,500. It is a great honor to be nominated, and although there can only be one Employee of the Year, all the nominees are deserving of this award. Each of them is dedicated, loyal, and accomplished. Dr. Gerald?
Thank you, Mark. And I had the pleasure of meeting with each of these candidates on a monthly basis, and I can tell you they're all highly qualified. However, we did have to pick a winner. The winner this year of the Cecil S. Kelly Memorial Employee of the Year Award is Allison Quan. Congratulations, Allison. Allison Quan is a regulatory affairs specialist for the Center for Vaccine Development and Global Health. She has been with UMB since 2008. The following is from Ms. Quan's nomination for Employee of the Month. The Vaccine and Treatment Evaluation Unit, also known as the VTEU, is a large federal contract program that currently has over 18 active task orders, totaling over $22 million in direct costs. In order to meet the monthly milestones required by this contract, it takes close oversight and excellent program management, and I can vouch for that personally. In September of 2019, the VTEU program manager submitted her resignation. There was a brief moment of panic, particularly among the 8 principal investigators who appear on the CBD contract. After all, if we don't have someone overseeing the program, there is a good possibility that some of our obligations will not be met. And the consequences of not meeting these obligations end up being loss of current funding, as well as our future competitive for new funding. The panic did quickly subside, and the reason it subsided is because Ali Quan stepped up. She volunteered her services to keep the program running and served as the primary liaison between a number of important groups: the National Institute of Health, the Office of Research and Development here at UMB, the VTEU investigators, and the financial staff. That's a lot of people to keep together. Ali essentially performed 2 jobs until the new VTEU program manager started in January 2020. Ali also played a key role in training of the new program manager during her first few weeks on the job. After all, she knew a lot about it. During the 5 months that the VTEU was under the direct control of Ali, not one deliverable was missed, not one report went late. There was no interruption in the functioning of the VTEU program. And of course, Allie still had her day job, and there was no slide in Allie's normal, everyday regulatory work. She accomplished this voluntarily without complaint of the extra stress this was adding to her life, and always with a smile on her face. So congratulations, Ms. Quan.
And congratulations to all of our award winners and all of our recipients today. And thank you to everyone for participating. Dr. Jarrell, final thoughts.
Yes, final thoughts in closing. First of all, this has been a wonderful event. It's been wonderful to celebrate and recognize our dedicated staff, people who have served UMB very safely, in some cases for many, many years. I'm grateful to call you colleagues, and I look forward to when we can be back together in person again with lunch, Mark. Until then, please all of you stay healthy and safe. Goodbye.